Hey everybody out there in Blazer Nation, and welcome to the very first episode of Cooking Health Smart. My name is David Fabrycki. I'm the UAB Campus Executive Chef, and this program is brought to you by Live Health Smart Alabama, UAB Student Affairs, and UAB Campus Dining. I'm joined here today by Cristina Caro. She's our regional dietitian, and today we are going to show you guys a quick, easy recipe, and I'm going to let Cristina explain the topic.
Hi, as a dietitian, I often get questions about gut health. And so we're going to focus on a fun, delicious recipe that is easy to make, that's going to have healthful ingredients. We have a quinoa bowl with corn and chicken. And we're going to dive into those ingredients, not just in building the flavor, but what they can do for your body and how we can balance the gut health for healthy living.
So the first step in making this chicken and corn quinoa bowl is making the sauce. Basically, you're going to make a vinaigrette, but this is the base. This is what's going to give it flavor. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some herbs to our food processor here. We've got green onions. We've got basil.
That smells wonderful.
We've got some cilantro. That's what you're smelling. And finally, we're going to squeeze some fresh lime juice in here. And of course, we're going to season with salt and pepper. Everything gets a little bit of salt and pepper. But how do we use salt, Cristina?
Sparingly. You don't want to overdo it.
If you're a dietitian, not me.
Okay.
All right, so now that we have all these in here, we're going to blend until smooth. Once it's chopped up a little bit, we're going to drizzle in a little bit of olive oil.
And when you say a little bit, is that like a teaspoon or?
For this, it's going to make you 2 portions, and it's about 2 teaspoons.
Okay.
Once that's blended up, we're going to scrape it into a bowl and move on to our next step.
The benefits of having these green herbs, not just for flavor and aromatic, is that many of the green fresh herbs contain antioxidants. And these are beneficial to your body because your body's going to use them to kind of balance out and repair, whether it's in your intestinal tract or maybe even circulating in your blood and helping you recover after exercising.
Next step is going to be to grill your chicken and corn. You're going to take salt, pepper, and cumin, a little bit of olive oil, and brush that on your chicken and corn separately, of course. You want to avoid cross-contamination. And then I like to grill it personally. I like the flavor of it, but you can put it in an air fryer. You can sear it on the stove, whatever you're comfortable with. Make sure you have a thermometer on hand because that chicken needs to be cooked to 165 degrees. So through the magic of television, we have those items here ready to go. I'm going to cut the corn off the cob and slice the chicken. While I do that, Cristina has something to say.
So when we're thinking about gut health and how to live a healthy life, it's interesting that corn, which is a grain, is very rich in vitamin A. It's also full of fiber. And that fiber actually serves as food to feed the friendly bacteria in your gut. That's known as a prebiotic. And basically all fruits and vegetables and whole grains will provide that. So fiber is our friend, and we want to make sure that we have a fiber-rich food at any meal. So we'll get that here from our corn as well as our quinoa that we'll see in a little while. Secondly, to note, the protein content of our chicken is going to take a little bit longer to digest, so it gives us what's called satiety, meaning you're not going to be hungry within an hour after eating. Like, it's going to have some staying power, and it's going to last a little longer so that you can have mental focus and, stay attentive in class or, whatever project you're working on, so that you're not going to be interrupted by having to stop for a snack. So just keep in mind that you want to have both a fiber-rich food and a protein-rich food at any given meal, whether it's in the morning, during the day, or at night.
So our next step is what may seem like the most intimidating, but it is not. It's cooking the quinoa. Quinoa is just a grain. If you think about rice, you can incorporate quinoa in that same recipe. So here we have a red and white quinoa. Quinoa, unlike rice, is a 2-to-1 water ratio. So if your recipe calls for 1 cup of quinoa, you bring 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water to a boil, simmer for about 15 minutes, let all that water get absorbed, and then fluff it up with a fork. It's simple as that. So like I said, here I have a red and white quinoa. Christina's going to explain the difference between the two.
Which is a trick because there's not much difference. Basically a very similar nutrition profile in terms of protein, which is a vegan protein. So it's very popular base for vegan bowls or vegetarian. Of course, in this case, we're going to add meat too as a flexitarian. And it's also providing that wonderful fiber content that we've been talking about earlier. So you get both a plant protein and a fiber in one grain.
With this being a bowl, you can add anything you like to it. But today we're going to add diced cucumber, sliced radish, and sliced avocado. I'm going to show you how I cut an avocado. A lot of people use spoons to scoop these out. I go across it like this. Once you get that cut across, twist and separate. This pit right here, being careful, a slight hit, and twist that pit out. Simple as that. If your avocado is ripe, you should just be able to peel it as if you were peeling an orange. So peel that rind off the side. You get a nice smooth texture, which will be nice for presentation. You set avocado down on your board and just do thin or thick slices. It's whatever you like. And then you set that off to the side to assemble your bowl.
I like how that method that you did, David, actually is preserving more of the avocado so you're not throwing away and having food waste. Also, when you're using avocado, keep in mind that it's very rich in vitamin E. That's heart healthy, it's good for your gut, it's an antioxidant active nutrient, so the more we can retain that, the better, whether it's going in bowls, smoothies, or you're enjoying it just in a salad.
This is our final yet most rewarding step, the assembly of your bowl. First, we're going to take your dressed quinoa, add that. Next, we'll take your roasted corn.
Beautiful color.
Next, we'll take diced cucumber, sliced radish, and grilled chicken. Finally, we're going to top that with our sliced avocado. And garnish with a lime wheel and some cilantro leaves. And that is your roasted corn and chicken quinoa bowl.
So that is a beautiful bowl or plate, whatever you're using, that is rich with color and flavor and nutrition, especially our new favorite friend, fiber, to support our gut health so that we can also live healthy.
Once everything's assembled, comes time to check your work.
Wow, that is wonderful. Thank you, Chef David.
Thank you. Thank you for watching this episode of Cooking Health Smart. I'd like to thank Cristina for being here with us and sharing those gut health tips. Be on the lookout for a future episode, and don't forget to check the link in the description and let us know what you'd like to see in a future show.